Andrew for ABELI Reviews, and today we are unboxing a Picade and then some associated accessories as well, such as a Raspberry Pi 5, a USB power supply for the Raspberry Pi 5, and then I guess we don't really have to unbox this, but a SanDisk micro SD. And then of course, the Picade itself. So why don't we start with the easy stuff. The Raspberry Pi 5. We'll use this fancy knife that I received from a dear friend. So let's check this thing out first. I guess it does not need a knife. That's okay, well, stay tuned. We will use this knife. As we open this up, you can see here it's just a simple cardboard box and literally just the Raspberry Pi 5. That's pretty cool. Now a little bit of word papers. We've got some instructions, how to use it, and then probably a very simple safety guide. So real quickly, maybe I should kind of explain what you're looking at here. For those of you that are unaware, a Raspberry Pi, which is what this is, it's essentially like a little microcomputer. Now those of you that are really knowledgeable about it, you're going to be like, well, technically there's more to it. But overall, this is essentially a small computer. It has USB ports at the back, a network port, it can work with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all the good stuff. And essentially, you can use this to make all kinds of really cool things, or you can do tinkering projects and all those fun pieces. So it's a really, really powerful little device that I'm actually really excited to spend some time with. So this is the USB version, so this will be awesome. But it's going to be running the guts of our Picade, and we'll get to why that's super cool in a second. So got that unboxed over there. This won't take very long. It is essentially a micro USB card. It's interesting that it's taped on here. There we are. So what this is going to hold are various games and the OS for the Raspberry Pi. So we'll set that over here. And then we have standard little USB-C. You probably have this if you have a phone. Thank you, EU. So next is the actual cool thing of why this unboxing is neat. And it is a Picade. This is essentially a retro arcade machine. And this one's really neat. It's the 2020 edition. It's a 10-inch model. And as you can see here, it comes with Picade 8, which allows you to kind of make your own type of games that you can play, as well as play any games that you own that are sort of like in that retro space. So any games that you can play on the Retro Pi, you can do here. We'll kind of talk a little bit about that as we move forward. But overall, think of this as a retro arcade machine, which is really, really exciting. Alrighty. So just kind of give you an example. That's what the back of the box looks like. That's the side of the box. That's the front. Another side. And then, of course, the sort of bottom of the box. Look at that. We have got some tape. So now we can use our trusty knife. Get you the glamour shot. Oh yeah, that was smooth. Okay, that's all we need to do for that. So we can set this here. Let's start shuffling this open. Ooh, and look at all of this. You know what? Just to be safe, let's cut that other side too. This time you'll get to see it, so you just have to use your imagination. It cut very well. This is a super cool knife. It's a Benchmade knife, so incredibly sharp. All right, so what is in the Picade? The first thing we have is our instructionals about the Picade 8, which is kind of an associated thing with this. You do not need this, but it is basically an editor that you can hack and make, and you can make your own games out of this. And they're all kind of like 8-bit, 16-bit style games. And it looks like it even comes with like a cute little poster about how you can make this work. So that's really fun. I love this. It's kind of double-sided. If it's a poster, I don't know, but either way, I enjoy it. Seems more like an informational card that looks postery, so more to go there. Next we have an envelope. What is in you? Oh, it's even like stuck down, like somebody licked this? Got a letter. What's the letter? Oh, okay. Well, just a bunch of stickers. An absurd number of stickers. We've got Stickers, stickers, more stickers, 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 RetroPie stickers, all those kinds of things. Raspberry Pi stickers. Well, that's fun. If you're a fan of stickers, this is the thing for you. We're going to put those right back in the envelope because, well, that's a lot of stickers. Boop. There you go. Perfect. Next, you know what? This looks like a poster to me. So let's check it out. And it'll also give you a much nicer view of this arcade machine. Yeah, that's pretty darn cool. That's where it says Picade. And now we have a sort of front-on view. I think that's rather kind of neat. Probably not something we're going to put on the walls, but, you know, still neat. I like how this has all been boxed, though. This is quite an experience to unbox. You can tell they actually cared not only about the packaging, but also the various boxes. And I suspect, yep, they're referenced, like accessories, screen, fixins. They really made it very obvious what is in each thing. So it feels very Lego-like almost. So let's sort of pull this out. Oh, yeah, here we go. So let's start with accessories first and see what is in here. Alrighty. So, of course. It couldn't be an arcade machine if it didn't have a speaker, the buttons that you press on that arcade machine, and then this little devil is the joystick. So that's pretty cool. Clickety click. I like that. That's crisp. Crisp, I say. And then all the buttons. Very clickety. What do we have here? This is nothing. That kind of stuff. Moving from left to right, we have the screen. I like the different colors. I really do. Let's make sure we keep everybody in a nice space. So all of you are going over here. Great. Next up, we have the Picade screen. The 10-inch screen, mind you, it's an LCD. It also had, oh, this is lovely. I had it upside down, I didn't see that. So this box contains the Picade LCD, display driver, display keypad, and keypad cables. Isn't that lovely? I recognized maybe 2 of those things. This is neat. It's always kind of fun to see stuff. So this is very much a DIY type thing, as you can kind of tell by the boxes on boxes. Oh, goodness. Ooh, this is exciting. So, stuff, some things. This is, oh, yes. This is the actual board that we'll be using for the display driver. So what this is going to allow us to do is connect an HDMI cord to our Picade, our RetroPie. So this will go on top of that or near it. And that way the screen can then talk to the little mini computer, and then we can see it. So that's super cool. This is the screen itself. Lovely. Yeah, it's there, about that size. We'll keep that nice and safe. I don't want to undo too many of these things just yet. We're just unboxing the boxes. So we'll set these things here. Next up, we have the fixins. I like that name. And this box contains the Picade X hat, the nuts and bolts, spacers and grommets, HDMI and USB cables, fixing corners, rubber feet, and hookup wires. That is super descriptive. All right. So this thing is the Picade X hat. This is actually kind of neat. I might open this just to kind of show you because I think this is an important part. Maybe I'll open it. It's interesting. I like tape it. Come on, let me in. The knife makes a second appearance in basically one video. You gotta love that. Okay. So, what this is, so we'll kind of talk a little bit about the different boards we have at this state. Come out of here, you. You know, there we are. Excellent. So, this is an arcade machine, as we referenced before. Well, how do you connect all of the arcade buttons and joysticks and such? You need what's called a, I guess I'm going to call it a Picade. Let's see if they have a better name. It's a Picade X-Hat. And what this is it has a series of spots for pins and cables to essentially connect into it. And that is going to convert all of the buttons and joystick movements and anything else that's sort of input related. It's going to convert them so this device can read them, so that way the interface, the screen and all the stuff we see, recognizes our movements, and then when you press jump, the character on screen jumps. So that's really, really cool. So essentially we have 3 boards. We have the main computer, we have the input device controller, and then we have this little board in here, just for fun when I pull it out so you can kind of see it. But essentially everything else is just packaging. The guts of it, the important parts, the brain, the arms, all that good stuff, that is controlled by essentially these 3 boards here. Come on, you. This controls the visual display, so this is what our monitor will connect into. Again, this is what all of our little controllers will connect into, or at least our controllers in the aspect of these individual buttons. And then this will be the actual thing that runs everything. This has a little microprocessor unit and all those fun pieces. Now, of course, as I did reference, this does have USB, so if I decide joysticks and buttons aren't for me, we can always connect an Xbox 360 controller, a Super Nintendo controller, or anything else and play with them as well. Or if you have a player 2 and you want them to join you. So that kind of touches on a lot of the electronics. But we have one more box. We'll just shuffle all that away. Careful not to lose things, because I see our USB here. Yeah, and this then has all of those cables I was referencing. We have one final box, and that is the cabinet. The cabinet itself. And we can see here, it's the biggest piece, right? Because it's got to contain the entire piece. And for reference, one more time, what we are building is going to look a little something like this. It's basically a tabletop arcade machine. Super cool. I'm excited. Ooh, don't want to bend that funny. Stay nice. All right, so let's check out the cabinet. I suspect this will be the least exciting portion of this entire thing, because it's essentially just a series of gray, black sides. It is! Yay! It's nice to be right every now and then. And that's exactly what it is. Just a bunch of side cabinets. Let's pull out one of the easy sides so you get a feel for it. Ooh, that's actually really nice. A nice sort of, what's that phrase? It's not quite like a cardboard, not quite a like a super solid wood, but it's a nice composite type wood, and it's painted black. Very nice on the outside, and then on the inside they have these nice pre-drilled holes for us. This is gonna be really cool. I'm really excited for this. One of the neat things we're gonna do is we're gonna probably do our own design at some point on like sort of the main button space, and then at the top where it sort of says the name of the device. But this is the unboxing. I hope this was interesting. I'm actually not really sure if these unboxings are interesting, so let us know in the comments. All you really saw was me just pull a bunch of stuff out of a box. But in any case, you got to see my cool new knife. So that was a win for everybody involved. Other than that, let us know if you have any questions about the video, about the Picade, because this is our first time doing this. So this is a brand new brave world for us. Abby and I are really excited. I'm really excited. She's going to begrudgingly join me as we find a place to put this in our house. But essentially, this will be a good time. Fun little family activity. Thank you. We'll see you in the next one.